This is where it gets scary. The boys are just getting ready. I've got to pull them, give you their microphones so you can hear them. There we go.
Hey man, what's happening? So,
hey boys.
What dungeon software are you using, Chris? I want to see if there's an app for it.
Fantasy Grounds.
Fantasy Grounds 2. It's super awesome.
Cheers, Mr. Plunderfoot. Welcome
hey, I recognize
to
that guy.
the
What's
show. Aye, the shit show, in fact. Tonight is episode 9, brought to you by Libris Arcana, librisarcana.com. Dice subscriptions, RPG book descriptions, and general geekiness abound over there. You can use coupon code RYSK, R-Y-S-K, to get 25% off the first month of the subscription, where they will send you fancy-ass dice. Which you can roll on your floor somewhere. Oh, I hate it when I drop a die on the floor. That's the worst.
The worst is when you drop a D4 and you forget.
Here's what I still have in my hand. Can you guess what's missing?
D4.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Or better known as a
That's
call
probably
prop.
D4 that always lands pointy side up.
And of course, what die do I drop? The one that's smoke tinted.
These do 1d4 damage to humans when you leave them on your floor. They're worse than Lego.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Look
can't
at
be kidding.
the points on that.
Oh, you gotta be-
My out of focus point. That
oh my God.
is my out of focus point.
Or something.
Oh, I am auto-focusing. Look at my root beer dice.
Oh, you got
Of
it.
course, it doesn't want to focus. Right, oh, there we go. Look at that.
A D4, the die with the least likelihood of rolling.
This is what we are playing tonight. We've been playing this for a couple now. The West End Games
So
30th anniversary.
So much for that. Was gonna show you all my fancy new dice, but one of them is now somewhere under my desk.
Good thing you've got a subscription and you'll get brand new dice.
Indeed. 3 weeks. Yeah,
Actually,
these are
that set of dice went really quickly. So
these are incredible smoke tinted pearl or crystal dice. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I will have to, for the purposes of this evening's efforts, I will have to pop out a temporary replacement.
I have a brick of D6s prepared for this evening.
As do I, actually.
I have 12 of them.
I do too. I feel so cool because I have dice
and then
too.
I have
everybody. I feel like I'm a part of the team.
Another 12 backup, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I always felt that too, Mr. Plunderfoot. That the clear dice tend to be much more, well, these solid material dice.
That's why pink,
non-pearlescent ones, or non-swirlies. Like I've got dies like this that I will never ever use in real games because I can never tell the density difference between the two plastics. So, no, it's completely anecdotal. I'm sure it's anecdotal.
What is on my face?
yeah, the text. Can you bump that text down in OBS?
I sure can. I just don't know why it's up there. Hold on. Let me. Let me fix that. I'm not sure why it went there, but we can certainly fix that.
All right, happy Thanksgiving Canada style. Who got a hand turkey from their kids?
You got Oh, nice. Not gonna lie, I really kind of miss not getting hand turkeys. Yeah, and you can see the voids in clear dice. That's true. You can. So tonight we return to the land of the Wars of Stars, and Dun, 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 dun.
Da, da. Those Star Wars, please let them stay.
Oh yeah, Solo was so great.
I loved it.
The beginning of the Han Chewie dynasty was just so cool to watch.
My favorite part, honestly, was when
Remember spoilers?
Lando's just like,
Yeah, spoilers.
and then flies off, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So funny.
yeah. That was absolutely the "fuck you, Calrissian" moment.
All right, what? I'll watch it before Saturday show.
That's a good plan. Yeah. So I guess.
Oh my god! I just realized how much I love my wife.
What'd she do for you?
What she's about to do is pass me a Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to blank out the screen for a minute.
No. I
She
mean,
hides it.
no. Luke and I both
10
realized. Luke and I realized quite some time ago that we both are way married outside our league. And
Well, did you see what I said today?
She's too good for me. even though
Mary
she's
said something to
messing
the
with me.
effect like, "Oh, Chris, you're my trophy husband," and I was like, "Thanks. I'm not even a participation badge husband." Like, come on. Thank you.
Where is the beer? Well, that is a damn good question, Mr. Plunderfoot. I keep it right back here.
Where is the beer? Straight to the point.
Funny enough, Mr. Plunderloot, today was brew day for me. I brewed up Belgian ale today. Me and the kid went out in the backyard and had some daddy-daughter time, and we brewed some beer, and she flopped around in the hot tub. And yeah, so my beer is in a 5-gallon barrel carboy, fermenting like that far from the back of the camera that you're looking at right now. Like I can. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where my beer is.
I like it. Oh, I was trying to turn that down. There we go. Got that turned down.
Yeah, in fact,
Luke is a little Vader
I
net
haven't
tonight.
pitched the yeast
We'll bear
yet.
with it.
I haven't pitched the yeast yet, and it's right here.
There we go. Try fitting that into a into a pack. So yeah, last we heard, we were encircled and engripted by tentacles. Why the guitar? Are you gonna play us into combat?
No.
Oh.
Dude, if you play
in
the
the background there.
right now on guitar, you're my hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I could play Imperial March. That'd be a good metal one.
That would be
Yeah.
that would actually it is a good metal one. I've heard a couple of versions of it over the years.
Okay, I need to get some D6s because that's how I kill you. I mean, how we play this game.
Yeah.
So, I like this D6 system. What do you guys think about it?
We haven't really got to use it yet.
No, I guess not.
But so far the concept of it is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to exploiting it.
So what you guys were about to do then, if you remember, the ship was caught. If you see that picture up there, the narrow, tall one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Far Star.
You guys had basically been made part of the away team.
I think volunteered was a better word. Like
yeah, right
rushed.
away you're like, put us on that.
we were like, get us on that.
Do you remember anything about the codex?
We need to find the wee pyramid that will solve all of the things.
Yeah.
Or at least search for it, making the assumption that it's probably on board this thing. I seem to recall Mizik, was it? The navigator?
Yeah.
Is he on board this away team too, or is he hiding? Because he seemed to be a little bit skittish.
He wants to come. He was when they were talking about the away team. He was doing everything a little more mature. He was like me.
Yeah, no, that was us. Actually, we were just pushing people out of the way to get there. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to be around him. We may have to cold cock him at some point to take that thing, because he's going to want to take it for his order.
Murder him.
His
I've got no problem murder hoboing in the Starburst.
Says the mild-mannered astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, yeah. Murder hoboing. That's exactly what it'll be. It'll be murder hoboing.
All right.
I stab him in the neck and check his pockets.
Scorin, the woman that has an issue with you, is going.
Yes.
Lofrin, the Chewbacca guy, the Wookiee, is going.
Yeah.
His mechanic pal is going to maybe do something to disengage this ship.
Does his mechanic pal also speak Wookiee?
Yep, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the lieutenant Thite or whatever is
Thite,
yeah.
Or whatever.
He's coming along, and then it's you two.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna write down some hit points here for people who will die.
I'm uncomfortable with that concept, but I'm eager to see where it takes us.
Hey, Lieutenant, your jacket seems a little fight. Waka waka.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Fiona. Reasonably fond of you.
So, how do you guys know Fancy again?
Huh?
Because I watched the other day you guys were playing Munchkin with Fancy.
Yeah.
I didn't know Fancy was a girl.
Fancy.
I thought Fancy was just some vape dude.
Some vape dude named Fancy Bitch?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Chris didn't know that. But I'm doing a show, Fiona. Laughing because I know I'm in trouble.
the radar must be a little awry if you thought that was a dude.
Hey, I don't see any of that stuff. It's all it's all just
I get it.
Chris thought Fancy was a boy.
Well, I don't know. All I see is text and ha 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 every now and then
then all of a sudden he sees cleavage in Munchkin and doesn't know what's going on.
I was like, who is this?
It's like, what the heck happened? This is normally a sausage party. That's why I hang out here.
I didn't even know these two pricks knew women. What? Fiona, sorry to interrupt. Fiona put the sandwich that she just made for the kid in the cupboard, and then put the jam in the kid's lunch, sealed it, and was walking back to the fridge, and then was like, "For fuck's sakes, this is why you don't distract me." All right, I'm done talking to you. I love you. All right. I'm hanging out with my internet friends and my IRL homies.
No girls allowed.
Oh no!
Except Fancy.
No! We don't play that game. We don't play that game around here. I mean, we play some games around here.
Oh, that's a good roll.
They come in pints. Who?
That's another good.
The dwarves.
That's I didn't even know I had these dice.
What, you have dice? Oh, yeah, you do have dice.
Oh, these must have come from Libras.
I'll kill you. I swear to God. I kill you, you goddamn swine. I'd set you on fire. Right, fuck off. I'm trying to do a show.
If nobody knew there was somebody just off the screen harassing him.
Sanity points below breaking.
Yeah, there's nobody there.
They come in pints? Yes, that is a good line.
And that's what I was just asking. Like, who? What? The dwarves?
That was such a. I gotta watch those all over again.
Yeah, we do.
Those. Okay.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. That's right. They come in pints thing. That was funny.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Can I have a couple sanity points, please?
I don't know. I don't know if that's possible right this second.
Actually, just out of curiosity, Chris. I mean, given my background as a sort of, you know, black ops type guy, would I not get some kind of clarity by sort of gearing up to know that I'm on mission?
And like,
well, I did give you some points for firing weapons and.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm just more like, you know, is there a momentary boon that would come from that?
Into space.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're erect and still have the same number of sanity points. But
so are you.
Hank's not one to get that way.
Oh yeah, no. Trigger monkeys don't get erect when they get around guns. That's true.
No, that's not his thing. He likes he's into one night stands and destroying threats to my people. I mean, that's really that's what I'm all about.
I think if anything, like whenever I get in that situation, I lose sanity points.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
if past behavior is any predictor of future behavior.
It's all well and good to say, you know, ooh, space, ooh, stars, ooh, constellations. But any physicist I can think of actually put in that scenario would be shitting bricks.
With happiness.
No.
And joy.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, heavy-duty physicists do not want to see the practical application of their work. Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, you'll never get me near a spaceship in a million years. So anyway, it was just a question, Chris. I was just asking.
All right, let's stop trying to
blow stuff
bribe up. And let's kill things.
All right, death of things imminent.
He called us things.
Okay, so you're told to gear up and meet in the shuttle bay. Okay, the shuttle bay is that big, huge hangar kind of off the side where there are X-wings hanging off the side.
Yeah.
Okay. In there, you're going to take a shuttle, is the idea. You're getting debriefed before you get onto the shuttle. The idea is, according to Thite, essentially make our way in there while the engines are keeping us away from this construct. Find a way to deactivate these tentacle-looking things, which are actually some kind of weird organic steel compound something. Maybe it's a docking mechanism or something for this alien Cthulhu-looking space beast. Space station, I mean.
He said docking.
It's not a moon.
Space docking.
No. I want back on the Far Star. I want to go back to the Far Star. If that's what we're doing.
I immediately draw a fist and Dantalus on something.
Game over, man. Game over.
Your ass cheek would be my guess.
All right, so you basically Sergeant Brofar is the short little mechanic guy. He's the one who's going to be trying to work the controls or figure this out. You two and Lofrin the Wookiee, as well as Scorin, are the muscle, and Lieutenant Thite is the commander of this little operation. You pile onto the shuttle. Okay. And Mezek is in there. He's already getting the shuttle warmed up, and he waits for y'all to get on. The door is shut with that Star Trek sound.
And I'm unfamiliar with the reference. That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't know the Star Trek door sound?
Not
He's
right
being
now.
an elitist.
Really?
I'm kind of in character right now.
I quit. I can play guitar. Back there. No? Okay. All right. So you get on the ship. The ship seemingly levitates and slowly goes out of the hangar bay. As you can see in the picture there's a couple of those organic steel tentacles that have closed around it. Mezek is able to sneak past it.
He must
All
have
right.
rolled really well.
And oh yeah, whatever. Oh, whoa, holy shit! Look at this roll.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a good piloting skill.
Our boy pilot's like a motherfucker.
Like he rolled 2 5s and 4 6s.
Actually, out of curiosity, how is he with girls? You want to roll that again?
That would be a single 6.
Let's see. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Oh. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
But that's a
yeah,
pair of 1s.
Yeah.
I need to have like multi-cam
Assumption
setup,
confirmed. Assumption confirmed.
He only has 2 dice in that.
Yeah.
All right. He's able to get you in really nice and close. That dome has kind of opened up almost completely now.
Okay.
And
so is he piloting us in, or was it going to pull us there anyway? Like, or is it rather it's pulling the Far Star in?
Yeah, it's
so are
pulling
we
the Far Star
sneaking sort of underneath it, kind of thing?
Yeah, you were out of the way of the grabby tentacle docking things, and what makes the situation so dire is that if those things manage to pull you in, reel you in, the Far Star would be crushed against the hull of this alien construct because that dome is too small for the Far Star.
Okay.
So the pilots right now, the Far Star and engineers have this thing maxing its power out for engines to keep it away. All right.
Right.
Now you guys have snuck in and have landed in, or are currently landing in this, I guess, docking bay, and it's open to space. All right. Let me tell it to you straight.
Do we have those masks like you wear if you're in the belly of a giant worm, so that you can breathe? Because all other space effects don't work in a giant worm.
You got, yeah, exactly. We don't worry about that kind of stuff.
Okay. Are there any Minox in there?
You're overthinking it, Greg.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Lose some sanity. No, I'm kidding.
This is a jiggery pokery, not a thinkery fuckery.
Episode
Dead ahead
9.
is this large spherical construct floating in space. The object is pitted and scarred as if it has been subjected to tremendous damage. Okay. Those strange rope-like tendrils are covering the surface of it. Some of them have broken off, flying spaghetti monster-like, and have wrapped around the ship. As you guys know. It looks relatively intact despite the heavy damage. What? What did I do?
I just said ramen.
You
talked about my Lord and Savior. I said ramen.
Sorry, I get it now. I missed that.
Did anybody get the Hitchhiker's Guide reference? Achoo.
No, I haven't read that in a million years.
That was good.
Amen Kavula. Carry on.
Okay, so what you're doing is piloting with Mazik or whatever, in the shuttle. The shuttle goes and lands in there. It's lit up in there. There's some lights, some patches that look like they're burned out, and others that aren't, and it's lit up in this area. Okay. You guys can. You're looking out the windows and stuff as you're going. You can make your perception checks.
Right.
Search roll.
Perception. So it's a search roll?
Perception or search?
16.
16?
I
think a 16 will do it.
And 14.
Okay, so gun boy over there.
Yes.
Everybody's looking out ports in the front shuttle window. Mazik is kind of like, well, where do you want to put it down, boss? To Thite. And Thite's looking around. And you see what looks like a strange... It looks like, you know how like a camera lens iris opens?
Yep.
Looks like that kind of pattern over on the wall over there.
Okay, so that's a port. That's a hatch.
It could be.
Or likely to be. So,
all right, so everybody's just kind of looking around, trying to figure out where.
Hey, Fancy. Can I just? I'll just tap the lieutenant on the shoulder and point. It's probably the easiest.
Okay. Well, he motions for Mazik to go land over somewhere there. Okay. There's like a little bit of debris and some broken up. God, I'm trying to think of words again. Bad crits.
There's much debris. We get it.
Yes. There's shit all around broken.
So
stuff,
is this old shit or broken shit? Like, does it appear to be like ancient debris?
As though hotness or old and
busted? It's hard to tell. You can't tell if stuff is corrosion or if it's just damage or like something happened to this. Maybe it's just space rocks have hammered into it over millennia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was involved.
Is there any signs that anybody's been here that knows the way to go? Okay.
This is all alien to everyone. Okay. So you guys need to kind of make a float over to that airlock and see if you can try to gain access.
I assume, of course, we have some kind of pressure suit that allows us to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Your armor is good. You throw on a helmet and it, like a stormtrooper. Like, you don't need these big bulky suits.
Okay. Yeah, then I mean, as long as we're sort of pinned up sideways up against that door, I'll take the first shot at sort of kicking off over to that door. Or to that aperture. Cheers to you, Dempsey.
Okay. Scorin's kind of like, hang on a sec. Where do you think you're going?
To knock?
As he floats away.
To knock?
Scorin's like looking out the port, just trying to figure it out. She basically is like, all right, you two, get out there then. She doesn't like your initiative.
Scorin doesn't like anything.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay, so everybody has their spacesuit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Has their spacesuit on, and the hatch is opened. There's like a claw that grapples the shuttle to the floor so it doesn't fly away.
Ours or the ship's?
Yours. Your ship. Your little ship is now attached physically to this docking bay, so it doesn't float away. Okay.
Yes.
Like I said, in here there's tons of like debris and shit like that. Just kind of, some of it is now leaving for space as the dome has opened and stuff like that.
Okay. Is the structure around? I'm assuming that I'm sort of on my way to the wall thing.
Yeah.
Is it metal or is it rock?
It's an odd sort of shiny, could be plastic or something.
Oh, okay, metal. So we just doesn't really.
It's an alien concept.
Yeah.
No, it's very, very. It looks plasticky, but I don't know. Like, is plastic that structural?
So kind of built like the Death Star. Okay. Cool.
No, it's not an Imperial.
Um,
When do you hit plaid speed or just ludicrous? I don't know. At least we go up to 11.
yeah. There is a dial that goes up to 11 in the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So currently we're at 9.
Okay. So when I get to that wall, I'm going to obviously search for something to sort of get a grip onto whatever it might be.
And diadems.
Or of course I could just use
Once
the mass of my body to attempt to attach to it via gravity. Hey Jess.
Okay, you guys are floating over, and make your perceptions again. Yay, thank you, Jess. Yes, it has been a little while. The Schwartz, indeed.
16 again. Got there a different way, but it's still a 16.
A lot. 19.
Nice.
19. Okay, the Kalal, the Defil, will notice there's a strange half hemispherical sort of depression that almost looks like just a patterning of the material around this iris that's a door. But this is a little deeper. Maybe it could be some sort of activator.
Is it head shaped? Like should I just take Shell's hat off and just
It's about
push his forehead into
size,
it?
maybe.
I'd probably be putting my hand there first if it doesn't look like anything can jump out of it.
And because I saw it, I would probably just like put his
Give it a pound.
Yeah. Yeah, let's pound it.
Okay, the iris opens really quickly.
Nice.
And then slams shut really quickly.
Put my hand there and hold it in place.
Okay, it opens and slams shut again, and then it opens, manages to stay.
Is there any debris close at hand that I could shove in to sort of block it from closing?
Yeah, you could probably...
We could put scoring in there.
We could.
Yeah. What it does is it opens into like another small section, like an airlock. Okay. So when you open it, like a couple things come out at you, little bits of dust and stuff like that.
But it's staying open now?
It's staying open now.
Okay, I go through it.
I swing in.
He's holding it.
I'll swing in.
Okay, you guys get in there. It's open.
Is there a thing on the other side?
Yep.
And we're in there and it's still open?
You two are in there and it's still open, and everybody's still everybody's still by the ship, getting ready to take over to you guys.
So then we're gonna touch that and close. See if we can close the door.
Okay, it closes.
Okay. And is there a door on the other side?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go and try that.
Okay, so you let everybody in?
Well, if they were back at the ship, do we need to?
Well, they were waiting
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, we'll obviously open the door for them. We want if they're all ready to come in, then
everybody comes in. No problem. You're now all stuffed in the airlock.
Is Mizik?
Imagine being in an elevator with a Wookiee.
Is Mizik with us?
Yeah.
Okay. So the shuttle is empty of people.
The shuttle is empty.
Okay. All right, then let's close everybody in.
Still warm.
See if we can open the other door.
Yep.
Okay, same kind of thing. Just kind of put a hand in there and it just opens up. This one doesn't seem to glitch, though.
Is there any indication the atmosphere is changing when we do this? Or do we have any tools that tell us that atmosphere has changed? Thus, we could take off a helmet.
It's too Star Trek-y. No.
No? Okay.
I mean, you do know that when you opened the door originally.
I mean,
atmosphere came out along with other things because there's a quick ejection and stuff.
Yeah.
So when the door shuts, you do hear a bit of a.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? Sight just takes off his mask.
Whoa, ballsy.
They recognize that sound as
okay.
Well, I'm glad they did that because my next statement was going to be, I knocked the mask off of Greg's face.
He's the douchiest astrophysicist.
He really is. He forgets his place a lot, I find.
No.
It's all right though.
But you guys have guns
when
now.
you're
You
at
don't
one
have
with
swords. Screw this sword stuff.
Yeah.
when you're
Well,
at
you
one
even have a
with the
sword.
universe,
What's that? Sorry.
when you're at one with the universe, you realize that it's just a crapshoot anyway, so you might as well have a little fun.
When we get back to our world, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my blaster.
Okay, so you're in the middle of the large airlock. It's sort of shaped like an elevator, basically.
Okay.
Unlike the outside of the station, there's a strange resin metal, which looks like the main structural supports you're seeing, kind of forming the walls, and then there's that plasticky kind of stuff in between it. It looks almost organic.
I was just gonna
resin,
ask,
plastic,
is it
kind of?
organic-ish? Like,
Yeah, like
like this
everything
was
here
grown,
seems.
not built.
This is assuming you're all Star Wars characters that would recognize different types of building materials.
Right.
So I'm giving it to you straight as if you were from this universe. So
Yeah.
you guys aren't really sure, like you're familiar with plastic, wood, and metal, right?
The usual
You know,
stuff.
it's either or. It's not a mix of wood, plastic, metal.
And we know that this is not like the rest of the stuff. It's different.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
knock on it, and it feels really, really thin, but
I know what it is. It's Melmac. The whole place. That's where it came from.
fucking place is
Wow. It's all Melmac.
What is that plastic oh man.
That's that crazy
Bakelite.
Yeah, Melmac.
It's a trap.
It's unobtainium.
All right. There's plant life and mildew present on the floor after you like looking into the room beyond.
So this
Okay.
Okay.
It's a long chamber. It opens up into a high dome and ceiling. Everything's kind of rounded here. There's not a ton of angles. It's very organic.
Is there a sense of anywhere Nickelback is behind the curtain? Is there a sense of any sort of directionality, like where either a central area would be or you know what I'm kind of I mean, I don't
It's
agree
a
with...
big, round, weird construct with all those weird domes. You haven't had a chance to orient yourself yet.
Okay.
So, before you guys are able to leave this chamber, a bunch of these little organic tendrils just peel off the wall. Very much smaller, similar size to what's holding this ship. And they just go over you briefly, and you kind of smell the air a little differently. Like it goes from a little musty to something a little cleaner almost and more refreshing. And then the tendrils just kind of back into the wall, almost indistinguishable.
Thanks for the sub, Risky Luke. He's just demonstrating how it works for anybody else in the room. Okay, so there were no ill effects, because I was just going to say I'm going to shove Scorin at the tendrils, but clearly the tendrils were there to just check us out.
Everybody's briefly alarmed, right? But it happens so quickly and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 black and 2 colorless tendrils of agony.
We're not playing Magic right now, Luke.
It's my win con and my Legacy Storm deck. Carrying on. Okay, what what's next? Like let's start moving.
Yeah,
like,
we need to get through the next door and see what there is to see.
Yeah.
Beyond this chamber.
As you're the scout,
yeah,
you're kind of expected to be the front, and it's your friend, sorta. So you two are on point, okay?
Yep.
Did it say that I subscribed yet, or what?
I haven't seen it. It usually takes a minute to sort of go through the process, but
okay.
haven't seen it yet.
All right. No, I just realized my sub was available again.
Ooh, those are always good. Yeah, it's a chamber of secrets.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm taking point,
Okay.
and I'm making haste to.
Let me give it to you straight again.
forward.
Okay, so this chamber is large, roughly 250 meters long. Okay, it's a
okay.
massive one and about 150 meters wide. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on, let me.
So this is just inside the airlock. So we've come through the little antechamber.
You've come through that little airlock, and it just
We're-
has this little tunnel that breaks off into this massive room.
Massive chamber that is like huge.
Huge.
Is it
Yeah,
huge? Is it huge relative to what we saw on the outside, or is it clear that this is one of many?
If this is what you think it is, another one of those domes, then there are many of these.
Okay.
Let's keep ripping.
Yep. Let's move to the nearest.
Bring it up here so I can see it.
I wave my blaster around and say Accio Pyramid.
Accio Pyramid. Okay, Mazik looks at you funny. What pyramid? What do you know about a pyramid?
It's Osseo, not Accio.
All right. It's high dome ceiling, barely visible in the dim light. You guys are carrying these things called glow rod. Okay. They just look like glow sticks essentially that set off a lot more light. Okay. Several bars and hoops are partially embedded in the ceiling, forming intricate patterns. It's that kind of like that organic steel-looking stuff, just going up from large support columns and then spidering off into all sorts of different patterns. Looks almost like leaves as it forms the ceiling of the dome.
We didn't mention it, but is there gravity now?
Oh yeah, there's gravity.
Okay, so now there's gravity. Sort of what we would be considered used to. So normal gravity for us?
Yep, everything seems just right, guys.
Oh.
And no, this isn't like some Goldilocks in the Three Bears tree.
Okay, so let's keep ripping.
Vine doors are visible in the northeast and northwest corners. Okay. So
ripping
ahead,
to northeast.
North. Vine things. Okay.
Go northeast.
Yeah, ripping northeast.
Make perceptions.
Ouch. 14.
$21.
21?
Good job, Scout.
Okay, as you two enter the room out of that little tunnel, out of the scout sees to the left, the side he's on, there looks to be something like a keypad near the door. In fact, it's a strange alien keypad. We're going to get a lot of that strange alien feel here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some weird flowing script covering its surface.
So I yell back to Lofrin, get your mechanized moron to deal with this, and then I go over to the other door.
He's a mechanic, not a droid.
Oh, I thought you said he was a droid.
No, he's a mechanic.
Oh,
he's not
okay.
a mechanized moron.
And now he's insulted.
And now he's insulted. No, okay.
Okay, I just say
mechanic to...
I just say friend and try to pull on the door.
Nothing.
Damn.
So you guys are starting to wade into the room, okay?
Yeah.
The mechanic, who I'm presuming you didn't call him a mechanized moron, comes and looks at it. He's like, huh, interesting. And he just starts tapping a few buttons. Suddenly the room is filled with light, okay?
Uh-oh, he locked us out.
Nice, even glowing light everywhere, but then the gravity cuts out.
Can I reach him to hit him?
No, because you're like floating away from him. Is he?
No, I can't. I'm afraid. I can't, Mr. Plunderfoot. Plunder loot. I don't know why I keep saying Plunderfoot. I think it's because the R and the L are so close together. They look like an F to my brain.
Let me just see if he'll manage with a check here. Okay, so
Come on, man. You can do it.
Make it.
Can I seductively wave a screwdriver at him and give him inspiration?
Yeah, he's hammering away, and he's like, "Sorry, everybody." He's just
We're all
hammering
like,
away at the keys as everybody's floating around, and as he's doing it, yes, fart in the general direction of the mechanical moron.
no, you want to go
Um,
the opposite direction so that you can get to him.
well, your fart would send you flying.
Yeah, you need to use
but
propulse. You need to use
so before anybody gets too high up off the ground, he manages to hit some combo, and suddenly everybody lands. Okay,
This is good.
gravity is restored.
This is
Mechanized moron.
Mechanized moron.
Luke, are you going over to the other door?
Yeah.
Sorry, Claw.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, which one are you going? West or east?
We just left east, so we're going to west. Or was the panel not at the east
The
door?
panel's in the southeast.
Okay, so I'm heading to the northeast door.
Okay, northeast door. The doors open with a similar kind of thing on them.
Yep.
It opens into another large chamber, okay, which seems surprisingly functional considering the condition of the station. All right. The lights in the room immediately brighten as you enter, and the temperature is
Just
noticeably more comfortable in here.
Just right.
Did we just enter
Just
the
right.
cube?
The cube?
You ever watch that movie?
No.
There's a succession of different cubes.
All connected on 6 sides.
Yeah.
Every one slightly different with different rules.
Yeah.
I
Is
hope
this some of that Rubik's Cube stuff?
No, it's a movie. Well, I'll send you a link to it later.
There's a silvery inlay in the floor, and it's glowing. It's providing the bulk of the illumination in this room.
Does it show any specific path? Like, is there anything that sort of
No,
symbols
it just
that
lights
similar?
up nicely all around in another one of those organic-looking kind of patterns. Nothing too rigid or angular, that sort of thing.
Hello?
Yeah.
There's a hiss of static, and a figure seems to spring into existence in the center of this chamber.
Hey!
So it is hazy and indistinct. It looks like holograms you've seen in the movie. Okay? All right? And it's glitching, kind of like
Holograms you've seen in the movie.
You've seen glitchy holograms. All right?
TIE fighter.
It's clearly a hologram of some kind, not a
Death
being.
Star.
Yeah.
Roll perception. Gunman. It's Darth Maul.
That did not go as expected.
Both of us or just him?
Just him.
That did not go as expected.
Actually, yeah, you can roll too. Because you were told about something.
That's a 7.
You're looking at it and it's like, what the?
14.
Okay, you guys walk in and Lofrin kind of goes Chewbacca style and points at it. And no shit, says the mechanic. He's like, Lofrin's seen one of them before. He said on the Far Star. It's a little bald guy running around the ship late at night.
Is this not the same as the guy I saw?
You're looking at it glitch out, and just for an instant, it's clear, and you're like, yeah,
that's the guy
the outline.
That's the guy that knocked me out. Is there any way we could just? I mean, does it appear to be? It's a stupid question. I want to try and get its attention to see if it's sentient or if it's just a playback. Like, can I hold a hand out?
Something and then glitching out.
Oh, okay.
Feeding something that you can't hear anything, just almost welcoming gestures and sort of thing. Okay.
I tell Kalal to go walk up to it. Go scout that out.
Okay. I do. 6, 10,
You
20.
look at it.
How's your headache?
Maybe it's just a kiosk in a mall.
Yeah, I got a 20 on investigation or search.
It just, there's like a small ring on the floor where perhaps the hologram is being generated from.
Some kind of emitter.
Okay.
It's really cool. Scorin's like, let's move on.
Yeah.
Are there
Okay, so you guys,
are there any other doorways?
there's another another door out of here that branches toward another room. Where's the Teletoon Street for that?
We will follow that.
It's another
path.
massive chamber, and these are all these kind of oval and circular type chambers. Okay.
I hate these places.
There's metal and resin looking benches circling this whole chamber as you come in from one end of it.
Are there any of those emitters on the floor in that chamber?
Or another console?
If you wait for me to tell it to you straight, there might be.
Hey.
These are organized to look down into the center of the room, okay? These chairs. So it looks like a lecture hall. Or some kind of amphitheater, or like the Roman Colosseum or something like that, with a far smaller scale. There's more strange characters and stuff carved on the floors. Okay, those patterns. Some of them are very similar. You can make searches.
What direction did we travel to get in here?
You're winding around. Once you get out through these doors, there's like winding tunnels in between. You kind of very disoriented.
What direction did we leave the room? So we left the airlock, and we were immediately in. Then we went to the northeast corner and went to the transmitter room. Then what side of the room?
The same side.
Straight up a hallway?
Same side, and it just continued down a different.
Okay.
And they wind around all these round shapes. You're pretty sure you kind of walked around this amphitheater first before going into it.
Are there any okay, so you say it's an amphitheater, sort of like rounded seating in the round sort of thing. The floor's got these markings and writing. Is any of that writing familiar, or does it just appear to be, we know it's a language, but it's not one any of us recognize?
It could be just a motif, right?
Okay.
Like if somebody were to come to Earth or whatever and notice like some brickwork patterns.
Okay.
If it were totally alien to them, it could be a motif. It could be a language.
Is there?
Make some searches.
I was gonna say, I'd like to go down onto the center of that area to look around. Is there a dais or anything in there? 19.
What about you?
In
the center of the room, there's the raised dais that is kind of where the TED Talk would happen.
So that's like, is it like a foot up or 10 feet up or 2 feet up?
It's not very high up.
It's not very high. I could hop up on top of it.
You could easily step up on it. Okay.
I want to step up on top of it.
You see a small, intricately carved medallion. It's hexagonal in shape, and it's only about this big across.
Is it on that dais?
Yep.
I want to pick that medallion up.
Okay.
I want to look at that more closely. Is it got any?
It's covered in some of the mildew that has pervaded this environment here.
I'll lick it off. No.
That would be
really high before he dies.
I want to really, I want to rub it off and clean it up.
Scorin's like, what'd you find there?
Don't know. That's why I'm looking at it.
Maybe you want to give that to the lieutenant. This isn't a treasure hunt.
Yeah, and it's also not a give everything to the lieutenant and assume they know everything hunt. Is there anything remarkable about it? Does it
Not that
shimmer?
you can tell at this point.
Is it
Fight
blue?
just goes, come on, let's get out of here. Let's keep looking. Enough, you two.
So I'll hold
All
it in
right.
my hand and
Like,
offer
don't
it
lump
to.
me in with them.
Yeah, hold it in my hand.
He was talking to Scorin and him. So.
Yeah.
I'll gesture to Thite, but I'm not going to engage
We're
Scorin.
getting out of this room. We need to find something immediately
So
to get this.
I'll tuck it into whatever
Dude.
pouch I have available.
We need a control room.
You can continue down the hall or go to a
mechanical.
door almost directly across this amphitheater and then almost back the way you came. There's 3 doors right away here. You can go to the one kind of to the right once you exit the room, or the one dead ahead from exiting the room, or the one to the left.
Dead ahead.
Dead ahead.
Dead ahead? Okay,
Dead
it's a
ahead.
smaller chamber. There's a number of crates jumbled all across the floor. Some of them are broken open. Doesn't appear to be anything. Most of it's empty. You guys can make perception checks.
16.
Ooh. Anybody get a 20? 22?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What about you?
16.
16? Okay, Greg, you notice a footprint on some of the dust spilled on the floor in this storage bay, okay?
Define footprint.
It looks like a booted footprint. In fact, Luke, your character sees that it's a heavy boot that looks human in shape. Humanoid at least.
Okay, I'm gonna engage tracking. Well.
Okay, you notice the footprints kind of move around a bit as if somebody was in here poking around. Another set of boot prints, and then once they leave the dust, you lose it. So,
but I rolled a 26.
Yeah.
What's this? But I rolled a 26. The GM has spoken, Luke.
Once they leave the room, leave that dusty room, there's no prints left. So,
are there
a second set of exactly the same print, but distinctly different in that one of the boots was like maybe a little scuffed up on the left toe.
Yeah.
So it's enough to distinguish that there are at least 2 different people in here.
Okay, so I'm gonna spin around and go to the room opposite.
Very recently.
Like not the room that we were, not the way that we came from, but
when you leave here, you can go right or left, or straight across to the room you're already in.
Hold on.
Left is kind of the way you came from to get around to the end.
Yeah, we go right. I rolled odds.
Okay. Oh, okay. Make a search. It's another similar room filled with crates. Make a search, okay?
12,
16,
16, 17, 18, 19.
What do you got 19?
16 and 19.
12. 19.
Okay, and there's some crates sitting there, and again, some of them have been knocked over. Looks like this room might have been searched as well, just hastily, like whatever. Like only a couple of the crates are knocked over. You see another couple crates, and there's a glint. You notice. You see a small metallic pyramid covered
Does
in
anybody see
alien
me?
script.
Does anybody see it but us?
What do you have that is bluffy?
I have stealth.
Do you have any other bluffy skills too?
Let me just see here.
Stealth.
I have stealth. Okay, thank you.
I have good stealth. I have streetwise.
I've got a reasonable stealth as well.
Can I just go for it? Like, bump Greg and be like, dude, distract.
Okay, what do you want to do to distract?
I could
Pick a fight with the broad.
I could pull my blaster out, and I want to just fire once out the door after it's sort of looking out the door, and then take a shot out into the open hall. I don't want to hit anybody that's here, but I want to shoot across sort of out the open door so that everybody's attention turns and focuses.
Okay, everybody's like, "Whoa, what the?" Have wheels with weapons, ready to fire, and nothing's there. It's
Immediately
like,
grab it.
And I could just, I kind of give my head a shake and say, "Jumpy, sorry," kind of.
Jesus, keep your head together there. Scorin tells you.
Why?
I've got this pyramid in my pocket.
Then I can give you a pen.
Okay.
Or in my satchel.
And Greg is telling his kid to go to bed. I guess,
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No worries. Okay, everybody's like, what the fuck? Let's see what
it's like, sorry. Saw the boot prints in the last room. Got a little jumpy. Thought I heard something.
My stealth roll on the grab was 24. If you care.
All right, you've got a satchel. You managed to stuff it in. It fits in the satchel.
Colombian brandy, a Pop-Tart, and 6 gold shillings. The worst thing is I read that as 6 gold fillings, and it kind of grossed me out. Did anything else happen as a result of the blaster fire?
No.
Okay.
It just got really quiet all of a sudden.
Well, as it would do.
You can hear the blood rushing in your ears.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now we go to the.
You get a glare from sight, and there's another room. If you were to continue down past all the other doors, plus
go there.
The hallway continues on. So you want to check the
other room?
Okay.
If we don't check the last room, they're gonna know that we found something cool in this room.
Yeah.
The last room is much the same. It doesn't even look like it's been poked around in. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna open it and look and be like, it's the same.
Yeah. Then we want to go down that hallway
because these people are thinking that we're looking for a control panel, which is literally the only thing that we're doing now.
Okay, you guys are walking. Make a sanity check, Luke. Just Luke.
Don't have to say that twice.
I made it. My sanity is 70, and I rolled a 7.
Okay, you're walking with everybody down away from that last one, kind of getting ready to go around these weird little hallways that continue on. When suddenly everything around you just starts to fade and pull away briefly, you feel like you're like just in space, but you can feel the floor, and it's just for a brief instant, and then boom, everything comes back to you. You're like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yep. Ooh. All right. Greg and I are on point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, dude, did you feel that?
Nope. Was it good?
No.
Oh.
Let's carry on. But I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm getting pulled somewhere.
This hallway gets kind of fanned out slightly. You can see a left and right. And the curve around it is a little smaller, perhaps indicating a couple smaller rooms. And then the curve in the door right ahead of you is another massive room. So it looks like you have 2 smaller rooms to the left and right and 1 massive room in front of you.
Let's go straight. Massive room.
So there's some symmetry?
Yeah, everything has been... I mean, if you were able to map this out, you'd probably discover some sort of interesting symmetry.
I'm just thinking, like, it doesn't seem to matter what it is or where you are. If there is some kind of control or centralization. There's some symmetry to it. So that's kind of what's
Yeah,
in
it's
my
not
mind.
a total chaos, right? Like,
Yeah.
things have been balanced. Like the room's off to this side or this way. The
Though
room's
they're
off to this side.
organic, they're still balanced and symmetrical, and that's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, so we rip into the main room. What do we see?
This is one of the largest chambers, okay, that you've seen so far. It has a hexagonal dais in the center of the room, and there's a hum in this room that it's almost familiar because you guys heard a kind of like a power hum throughout the Far Star during your week of travel here. Okay.
Is there any visible sort of command structures or panels or displays of any kind? Is it, or is it just a big
explosive?
Or is it another big room with a dais in it?
It's a huge room again. This is a massive room with like a few 100 feet high.
Like play hockey or like play cricket?
Dude, go grab that.
Yeah, actually, it's similar to a small arena. Protruding from odd angles.
Grab that
there's-
hexagonal medallion and go up on the dais.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like I want to go and investigate that dais again.
There's 6 strange kind of seats, protruding from odd angles, suspended on some sort of gantry-like construction. They all have a central joint overhead, and they're kind of around this hexagonal dais, which is about a meter tall. Okay.
Yeah.
We're how many right now? 5 or 6?
You guys are 1, 2,
4, 5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah.
There's 5 in us.
They're kind of entering the room slowly, looking around, guns drawn, as you guys are doing the more aggressive scouting. They're not too far from the door by the time you guys, they're looking around. They can close the distance with you guys, right? Like the ground you have covered, they've deemed to be safe.
Okay.
They're not really going too much further, but they're not letting you just go into the room and get killed by traps while they.
Well, no, I want to look at that. I'm looking at that hexagonal structure, 6 seats around a dais. That to me says a control structure. That means they're pilots that need to sit there.
It takes a half a minute to get there because it's such a massive room, and I'm assuming you're not just like running.
Yeah, no. I would be walking, and I would be wanting that. I would want Mizik to be with us, because to me, no. But to me, I'm not putting him in your pocket. But if this is a control structure of some kind,
do you want to wave him to come with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he comes with you guys.
And I want to, could this be a control structure or a command structure? I mean,
I go sit in one of the chairs.
Okay, well, as you get close, both of you start to feel a heavy pressure in your temple. Okay?
I felt this before.
And then just as you start to feel a little concerned about it, it's gone. Okay? Mizik looks at you kind of funny.
Sorry,
all right?
Okay. It was a good time for a bio. Let's take 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Yeah, we'll bio. Look at that! He put up a bio break burb sign.
Oh, look at that! I don't even know how to do that.
He's running OBS, so.
I'm gonna put
up the jerk. Oh yeah, there you go. You're gonna put up a nice, most excellent.
I don't know how to do this.
I too should bio at this very same moment. We'll be right back, gang. Hope you can stay with us. We will see you in just a moment when we get back from our bio.
Yay. It's ginger beer.
Here, I can show you because we're on a thing.
A massive thing of beer.
5 gallons of beer.
No, I'm just drinking my ginger ale now.
Is it
Oh,
delightful?
yeah. It's super awesome.
How was your vacation, man?
Oh, I thought I was gonna die one day.
Yeah?
I had this really bad headache start from the back here,
Yeah.
and it reminded me after I got out of surgery like 8 or 9 years ago after my aneurysm. I was like, Mary, I think I'm going. And we were nowhere near anywhere. Just rode it out, but it's pretty
Cool.
scary. And then I went for a walk, and then I got all dizzy and shit. Other than that, it was super cool. But
So how does it affect, like you were saying that sometimes it affects the level of irritability?
hmm
So is that like a symptom, or are you just a miserable prick in real life?
I'm pretty miserable prick. No, I don't know.
I have no
It's
practical experience with it, right? So
I don't know. It's weird. I try not to read stuff about it because that just
yeah,
scares the shit out of me, right? So, and next thing you know, there's I can't do that internet self-diagnosis stuff
yeah,
because you think, oh, I've got a sliver and it seems kind of infected. I should look that up on the internet. Next thing you know, I've diagnosed myself with ass cancer. And it's
yeah.
like,
Violent ass cancer. Yeah.
yeah, like it's just come on, come on. But I hope they wash their hands. Yeah, so I don't know. It was cool, but I spent most of the time indoors. But actually maybe you can see this. I took a couple pictures at night.
When are you gonna be like back to proper form,
I don't
or
know.
is this just life for you now?
The doctors and my physio and everybody said like, oh, maybe 2 years. I was like, are you serious?
Wow.
Because I have this. I had that stroke and all that stuff
Yeah,
before, so concussions are super horrible. But I don't know if you can see this, but I took that picture one night there.
that's beauty.
Like I was just, hey, I wonder. There's a break in the trees right there. Like this is just right off the deck of this place I was staying at. It's like, oh, there's a break in the trees right off this deck. I've still got
How many exposures is that?
that was just one. And
Oh, you showed that to me on the LCD?
yeah, that's just
Jeez,
straight
that's
off the
pretty good.
camera. And I was just wondering, huh, that'd be kind of cool because there's the mountain back there. It
Yep.
was so dark out, except there was like a couple lights at the lodge that kind of spilled out onto the trees a bit. And I could almost make out some fuzziness. I was like, no, that'd be sick if that were the Milky Way right there, perfectly in between those trees when I just came out to decide to try to take a night shot.
Yeah.
Set up, took a shot, boom, holy crap, that is the Milky Way. That's insane. That looks so good. But
Wicked.
and then I grabbed some video clips of snow and crap like that. But that was
Always
fun.
be thinking about B-roll, my friend.
I am. I'm always thinking of stock video, right? So and
Yeah,
I was shooting some 120 and 180 and stuff like that of snow falling and it's all coming down nice.
that's cool.
It's
Yeah,
neat.
no, I have to do some production stuff. I've got to do some product photography this week. Like,
Like
and
vape fluid stuff or what?
yeah, for work, I got to do some product stuff, and I'm hoping to get it. We're talking about doing um some paid ad stuff to promote the shows.
Hmm.
So I got to get out and shoot some video. Greg and I have got like a script, and it's a script that's basically a shot list. like say the script in 5 places, pick good places.
Mm-hmm. And then just mix it up a bit in editing, or what?
Yeah. So it'll be like a 30-second video that takes 3 days to edit, but it'll be cool. So.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, so out and about, that'll be fun. Work is a lot right now, but
yeah, I'm lucky. I don't really need to work too much right now, but because I can't do anything really. Like I was getting up, I tried that job for a while.
Yeah.
And like it started off no problem because it was so light, like not doing anything really. And then I had to go up some ladders and stuff to change some lights out, and I just started to get vertigo. I was gonna fall off the damn ladder, and it's like I can't do this. I can't do this. Is crazy.
Yep.
And of course, you feel like such a piece of crap.
Really sorry, folks. My apologies.
Anyway, we just went through a bunch of our sorrows and woes.
Yeah, well, you didn't hear mine just now.
Ugh.
Okay.
Thanksgiving revenge.
Fancy says WTF is going on in here, so I responded.
It's there's some stuff that's been going on in the last 40 some hours that I haven't particularly shared, and I don't plan to right now. So it's all good.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, had a little issue with an 8-year-old that needed to be dealt with. Yeah.
That's not some weird take a crap euphemism, is it?
No, definitely not. No, definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing we're going through at the moment. Anyway.
Parenting.
Yeah.
If it were easy.
Yeah.
We'd be. Wait, that's not making
it'd be better.
Sense.
Yeah. Yep.
If it was easy, it'd be better.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Central room.
You got
that headache. You get close. Mazique's like, what? As he looks at you, but you two are looking past him, and you see those weird chairs go from
going
just
to sit and
basic stool-looking things on a hanger
Is that
to more ergonomic for people.
Is that a pooping euphemism?
The poop reasons. So the chairs suddenly look a lot more ergonomic after that weird headache. Like, huh?
What? They look more ergonomic?
Yeah, they look more shaped for people, not just like a flat stool.
Did they
shaped.
Physically change?
Yep.
They physically changed.
They're reading us. Something's reading us.
He's just like,
Did he see them change?
No, because he was looking at you two who were clutching your heads. He wasn't clutching his head for some reason.
Cheers, Jess. Okay, Luke, are you planning on putting your pompous ass in one of those chairs?
I am indeed. I'm gonna sit in one of those chairs.
Okay. You sit your furry ass down in a chair. Instantly, a thundering pain erupts in your head. You see several bizarre alien visions flash through your mind. But despite the unpleasant feeling, you can neither articulate or identify these. As he sits down, you see him just kind of cringe for a second. Okay, guys.
I want to hand him that medallion.
And the lights dim in the chamber. All right, and then you see a bunch of viewports open in this ceiling above you. Okay, revealing the starlight and the light emitting from that weird rift kind of material that you guys had been seeing. You can kind of see the Far Star off that way, sort of. Okay, It's shaded though, because you're seeing the shadowy kind of side of it. You can see the bottom of it though is lit up maybe from the reflection of the station, and then the tentacles are you can kind of make those out grabbing it quickly.
Can I like try and control it with my mind or anything like that? Like thinking about moving the tentacles?
Right now you're still kind of trying to stave off this pain in your head. It's very difficult to think. As you're thinking that though, you see the deck, the inside of the Far Star, and there's people still at the controls. The captain is giving some orders. Seems kind of staticky, like you're looking at it almost through like a messaging console in your head or something.
That's pretty cool.
The ship has been dragged closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any control surfaces or anything like that?
No. As you're starting to reassert your will a little bit, to start thinking and stuff like that and get away from the pain, I actually need you to do a willpower.
Willpower.
Will's gonna be.
You have 4 dice in it.
Is that part of this one, or is that a Delta
knowledge.
Green thing?
We use the Star Wars. It's knowledge.
Okay.
It's 4 dice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Okay. You're having difficulty doing anything but dealing with this immobility, being stuck in this chair and being overloaded with this information, essentially. Okay? That's what it feels like. That image that you had of the Far Star disappears. Again, you're just being pounded by images of like places in space, like different looking beings that you can't even make out because they're not even a millisecond in your vision of them. You're just being overloaded is what it is.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. And
is there
all
any
happening at ridiculous speeds?
Space herbal remedies that can sort of slow my processing down?
Yeah, you smoke some ganj and you just chill the fuck out.
Dude, that space mean's got the ticks.
That's not how I expected that to go.
Then you feel this kind of cold metal on your hand, and everything stops. And McMurtry has handed you this little metal hexagon. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe it had something to do with it, maybe it didn't. You're kind of reeling from all this info you got. You kind of have a bit of an understanding of what the station is now. Okay? It seems like this was like a colonization
how they got on our ship. Yeah.
This is a colonization ship. You kind of know where the controls for things are on it now.
Okay.
Okay.
In terms of he can lead us to it, or
all the rooms you've been in previously, this is definitely the operations room, which is pretty obvious. You guys were in that entry airlock, and then you went into these tanks that are hollow tanks. Okay, they had holographic projectors in them. None of them worked anymore. You're not quite sure exactly what the point of those were. You know about those storage bays. You know about that amphitheater and everything like that. You got an idea that this was like an advanced civilization dedicated to, learning and other things like that. The storage bays. Let's see.
It certainly seems
that chamber you missed.
There was only 2 doors that we missed.
I think there was
Just outside this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only one that one holograph that you saw was kind of fucked up and screwed up there. And yeah, the two rooms you didn't go into, um,
So
is
I assume this is in Luke's
basically a
head.
map room.
This is in Luke's
Okay.
head that he now sort of has this sort of concept. You're saying,
And the
okay.
other one is a library. So a map room and a library, the other two massive rooms.
Of course, it was a map room and a library. Should
Colonel Mustard with the pipe.
Yeah. So
pipe in the map room.
Is there does he have? Is there an ability to control this, or is it autopilot?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Or do we just boot it to the map room?
You're in the chair and you're just kind of thinking about that, and you're like, yeah, on the next level down below, there's an override control for all the. That is indeed a docking protocol, but something's gone wrong with it. This whole place is thousands and thousands of years old. And no wonder this stuff is all malfunctioned. It's not an aggressive thing, it's just a malfunctioning docking.
Okay, now do I get any more information about anything I should know? Are we wary about traps, weapons stores?
It's pretty much a peaceful. The weapons and stuff aren't really a factor in this thing.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to express to the group the things that I've
I know where we have to go, that sort of thing.
Yeah, as you were doing that, and Mazik was standing back, like the rest of the group kind of slowly came up and now have circled you.
So I'm gonna explain the experience and suggest that some of us go down to try and disable, and suggest that others perhaps go to the libraries or the map rooms and try and
we can send
information.
Mazik and somebody to the map room.
Yeah, like me.
And you can give us the how to get to where we need to go to get to the next to get to the control room.
Exactly.
I think that's a good idea, because I think it's.
Do we have a communicator?
Scorin's going to want to stay attached to me, right? Scorin doesn't trust me. So why don't we do that? Why don't you take Mazik to the map room?
Well, we're not going to be able to make this decision. It's probably going to be Fight that decides, but we can make the suggestion.
So you let them know there's a map room. You let them know there's a library. We'll have a quick look at the library, and then we'll make it straight for that override you're talking about. Sure, Mazik, Scorin, you guard Mazik. Mazik, you get all the data you can about everything. There's got to be something about the rift maybe in that map room. So Mazik's like, okay, all right. And Scorin starts to kind of put up a protest. You I don't know what your problem is today. Get out of here. Basically, she glares at you, and
of course,
and the two of them take off. Okay. Or actually, the two of them kind of head out. Everybody's going to go to the map room and make sure it's safe first.
Good.
Okay, so you guys go to the map room, blah, blah, blah. Vine curtain door parts and admits you into a large chamber. It's oblong, like every other room you so far entered aboard the station.
Right.
It's devoid of any features except several metallic spheres that are hanging unsupported in midair.
Hanging,
there are hundreds
unsupported, so spheres. Hovering. Okay. Gotcha.
Tell it to them straight.
Gotcha.
There are hundreds of these spheres, some no bigger round than a blaster power cell, some up to, a meter or so. Okay.
Hey, cheers, Odo King.
Hey, Odo.
Okay. They have a very precise arrangement. All right. Mazik is just, oh my gosh, wow.
Agog.
Okay. There's a couple large spheres in the middle of the room, and a lot of things are kind of they're smaller.
Right.
Okay. There's thousands of tiny little spheres floating in a jumble all over. Okay, and as Mazik moves through toward them, they start to part and allow him to go into the middle of the room. He just breaks out a little pad thing and just is like looking at everything and taking stuff in.
So he just map nerded. Yeah.
Make an astrophysics roll from your character. Your delta.
Percentile dice. 85. 22. Critical success.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're looking at it. This is definitely a very advanced looking star map. And based on all the stuff you were looking at the other day, for the past few weeks on your data pad and trying to understand this rift and other sort of stuff, you kind of point Mazik over and say, you know what? I bet you if you start looking over there, that'll be a reference point to kind of locate where we are in this mess.
Yeah.
And Mazik is just kind of like, okay. And he takes your advice and kind of wanders over. More of the little orbs part as he makes his way over, and he's starting to grab as much data as he can from this. Okay.
Yep.
All right. The room's secured.
I pat Claw on the head and say, "Good boy."
He claws your face off. Eats it.
Yeah. Hold on.
The good thing is Greg, you get to pick any character you want to play now that yours is dead. But the bad news is when Luke leaps, you don't go with him.
So. I'd like to see this continue with just Luke. This could be fun.
I'd get it done.
Yeah, so are we going to split off then and go try and find this control room?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to check out the library really quickly too.
Okay.
So, Mizik's going to stay in the map room?
With scoring, yep.
With scoring. Okay, cool.
They're in contact with the group with comm link.
Okay.
Okay, so in here, this room, as you open the door, it just kind of gives you that vacuum seal feel that you just opened. It's actually strong enough force that kind of sucks you into the room a bit as it drags the atmosphere from the rest of the ship into it. Okay.
From the rest of the ship? Like, is it damaged?
Yeah, like this was...
Or
no,
was
no. It's just the air outside this room is sucked into it.
Okay.
Because there was a vacuum seal effect in there.
Sorry, this is the library we're going into?
Yeah.
So what do we see?
Another oblong chamber. It's extremely cold in here. It's filled with hundreds of thin storage boxes, all neatly stacked up in shelving units that go all the way all. You guys walk inside.
Is there anything recognizable?
No, other than these.
Is there anything
little boxes.
digital that I could plug into the tablet from the ship?
Is all of the is there any visible writing, or is it?
Sight opens up one of the little lengthy cases filled with these hexagonal sheets that have that flowing script and glyphs on it. And as he cracks one, it hisses open. And it doesn't take too long before he's looking at it, it just falls apart in his hands.
Okay, this is not going to help us.
Yeah, I was going to ask for some sort of intergalactic Dewey Decimal System, but let's bounce.
Yeah, sites, we don't have time.
Yeah, clearly we don't have time to take this stuff apart and look at it. We need to keep moving and get our ship
I'd like to get this onto our ship, but I don't know.
And
let's save the ship first.
Intergalactic Dewey Decimal System. So at the very least, this campaign is a win.
It's true.
All right. So back to the operations chamber. There is a lift. Okay, that lift is going to take you down to the next level of this station, and then you'll get some access to to wherever this manual override is. Okay, so you've been up maybe half an hour on this ship so far, okay?
Yep.
You enter the lift.
Is there music?
No.
Damn.
It's more of that resin metal.
Wanna fuck you like an animal. But
down here it's a little more chaotic, okay? The walls are a little more organic in appearance, and the corridors are more like intestines in the way they snake around as you start walking around. There's
I'm gonna start preparing an explosive.
Does this now that we are into this, does this seem I assume this seems less machine and more being. Is that what I can infer from that?
Star Trek Farpoint Station.
Yeah. Luke didn't get any feeling, though, that this thing digested people and things, though.
Okay.
But seriously, Greg, TNG Farpoint.
Yeah.
That was like the first episode ever, wasn't it? Or...
The first episode?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No. Was it?
It was that was before Riker was the second in command.
Mm-hmm.
They actually picked Riker up and the Doctor and Crusher, and Wesley, up at
Farpoint.
Yeah.
I think it was Encounter at Farpoint was the name of the episode.
Yeah, something like that.
That was the first one, yeah. And then that's the first that we met Q as well.
Yeah.
Carrying on.
Stupid Q. All right. Yeah, Q. Who's that? John Delancey.
John Delancey.
Yeah.
Yep.
I identify with Q.
You get out of the lift, and immediately you get the feeling you need to be going this way. It just weaves around. This massive area that you guys have been, this massive stage you've been wandering around is now a little more claustrophobic. Okay.
I still have a blaster out
all over the place. Some of them they just go to more halls. You're just following off kind of a sense. Make a I guess a tracking roll might be kind of interesting for you to kind of use your
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tracking it is. This is a great sound. Tracking. 1, 2, 5. That's 12, so that's 17. 21.
Okay. You're pretty sure if you go this way, as you start getting not quite lost, but everyone else is lost. Okay, they're all like Defils are some of the best scouts and trackers in the galaxy. So,
especially ones that are so attuned to the Force.
Okay. As you're going, the water just puddles here and there, but you kind of change elevations a little bit as you're going through and these tunnels. And in some spots, the water's up to your waist. Okay. You're slogging through a knee-high portion of it right now. When suddenly you see a flickering light ahead, but you cannot immediately identify this. Okay. Make
push perception.
Perception. Wow, that was a really good 12,
13.
13, 14, 15, 20.
The light's getting closer. You don't know where the hell it's coming from. And it becomes like this point of light. You notice, like, when it's about 15 feet ahead of you, it's something coming from under the water toward you. Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Well, at this point, I'm going to get my heavy blaster out.
I want the vibroblade out.
As you guys draw weapons, the rest of the party just a bit behind you draws weapons. And that's when the light goes out. Okay. And you guys are... You actually, I don't think we ever talked about this, Claw, but you need to wear this visor because you are super sensitive to light.
Okay.
Anyway, this light in this gloomy area with just your glow sticks and stuff like that was enough to kind of screw with your vision. You know, when you walk
Yep.
outside at night, it's hard to see until like your eyes adjust. And then it's gone. And then suddenly
Compactor beast.
it goes for the devil. Okay.
Yep.
I need you to roll a strength.
Seven, 8, 9.
9?
Yep.
Okay, you feel something wrap around your leg and try to pull you below the wall. Okay, and it's burning. It's burning. Okay. What are you guys doing?
Is there
that.
anything we can see?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
how
really long, disgusting, pale worm.
Perfect. I've got
a big around that is snaked really quickly and gone for the devil and tried to.
I've got a vibroblade in hand.
Okay.
Can I attempt to slash at it?
Make 2 worms where there was one.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to take a slash at it? You can slash at it a bunch of times if you like. It's just every time you do past 1 slash, you're going to reduce your whole dice.
Right. Now this one
you might want to save dice to be able to dodge too.
Now in terms of using this, what am I rolling with? Like
You're rolling your
melee?
Your character sheet there has
yeah, that's a melee.
Vibroblade. Difficulty 15, melee. You need to roll your melee 5 dice.
So I want to take 2 swings at it, sort of a downward cut and then a slash back up sort of thing.
Okay, so you'll drop 1 die, so you'll roll 4 dice.
I don't think I'm going to hit it with that. 13?
What do you got? What's that?
13.
13? Nope. Roll again.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. 13, a totally different way.
Okay, you're hacking and hacking in the water here. It's quick. All right. What are you doing, Defel?
Well, I'm definitely not going to shoot at my own feet.
There's enough of its body around there you could shoot at.
I'm gonna.
It's quite long.
So I don't know how I can do this. Can I?
Claws, man.
And then, or go melee, try and like.
Yeah, you have actual natural weapons with your claws. You could do
My like in close combat, my claws do more damage than the gun.
Yeah, you do strength plus 2d.
No, I do. My melee is 7d plus 2.
Yeah, but your claws do strength plus 2 though. But that's what I mean. Like they're tough. You've got more dice, but they're also strong. Because it's your strength plus 2.
So how do I?
You need to just roll your melee, which is 7d plus 2.
Yeah.
And, well, first, what else do you want to do? Do you want to just attack it once? Or?
Yeah, I want to, like, the part that's around me, I want to sink my claws into it and, like, rip this fucking snake in half.
Okay, you can do a ton of attacks if you like, but each time you do it, your melee dice are going to decrease. If you want to just do one awesome attack, you roll your full dice. If you want to do two attacks, you roll your full dice minus 1d.
So, how do I figure out like what is my if I shoot the heavy blaster and I roll a 10? I don't understand exactly.
I have a chart of difficulties, how hard it is to hit things, depending on what you're using. So
I'm gonna melee it twice.
Okay, so instead of 7D plus 2, go 6D plus 2, because you drop 1 die for the extra attack. You could do 3 and do 5D plus 2 if you like. But
Okay.
see, every time you add something, you drop a die, right?
Right.
6, 12.
And damage would be 5D plus 2, as if I read that right? Strength plus 2D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6, 10, 16, 17. 18, 19, because of plus 2. 19.
Okay, so that'll hit it. Now, I need you to roll your 5D plus 2. And then what I do is I roll my strength for this guy to see how much of this damage I soak, and then see what happens.
14.
Okay.
That's 5D plus 2?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. I still have another attack, though.
Yeah.
Okay, better roll it.
Yeah. You didn't do it any harm.
This one's going to hit, too. 10, 15, 19, 21, 2, 23, 24. 24.
Okay, roll your damage again.
5, 10, 18, 19, 20 plus 2, right?
Yep.
3 plus 2. Yeah, so 22. 10, 22. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so your first claws sink into it, and then your next set of claws sink in it, and you start pulling it apart. Okay? And it lets go of you and tries to fuck off down the waterway. Lawfrin fires a blaster down the hall. You see the blaster go into the water, sizzle, maybe hits. And then you can take a shot too if you want, Greg, because getting your weapon requires like you to do something. So you've got your claws. So Greg's got his weapon out already. You can take a pot shot at it.
Yeah, I'll take.
Or no, you got your sword. You can take a pot shot at it as it goes past.
Sure, I'll do that. What was that again? So that was my melee.
This is a really cool combat system.
Yeah,
it's really neat.
And I'm sure it would be faster if it wasn't us. So again,
first
that's
time we've done it.
so I'm just taking.
Stay in it for a little while.
I'm taking one. I'm just going to take one big swing at it. If it's on its way, I'm just going to take a pot shot.
Yeah. So roll your
My 5D.
your full dice, because this is kind of like another round. 'Cause it's running away.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
Can't get a 15.
13 on 5 die.
Lucky.
Dude, you rolled 13
lucky
three
13.
times in a row.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how many times have you attacked something with a vibral? You forgot to turn it on.
Yeah, clearly. I got the shitty one that doesn't just automatically turn on when you wrap your fingers around it.
Yeah, most go. Yours goes.
Right. Thight's like, what the hell was that? Everybody's just kind of frozen, not moving. And you hear nothing. There's no
Let's
light.
find out. Let's chase that thing down.
No, we gotta stay on what we're doing so we can.
Defil, taste it.
I got something.
You got. There's a couple chunks of it floating in the water.
On your claws.
Yeah, I look over at you and I'm like, thanks for the help.
Well, we need to get to that control room, whatever it was.
Yeah. So let's keep ripping.
Let's assume that was merely the bacteria that evolved over the 10,000 years this thing's been floating around. I like that idea better than the alternative that I know the DM has in his mind.
Yeah. He's going to get friends. All right, let's rock. Let's keep running and gunning for this room.
Okay, so you're wandering around, continuing as you bend in the corridor. you see the stark white armor of another human being or humanoid. Everyone else goes, shit, Imperial stormtroopers. All right. His blaster rifle sweeping methodically back and forth, covering some corridor off there. Doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay,
Is he solo? No, is he solo? Is it just one of him? Is there only one we see?
Is he singular?
He turns, gives a bit of a whoa, fires a shot at you guys.
Totally misses.
All of the blaster
And
at his
totally
ass.
misses.
Well, yeah.
You hear him yell, "Intruders on point! Intruders on point!" as he jumps behind some corridor.
He jumped behind some.
Fight's just like, what the fuck are stormtroopers doing here?
Getting in our way.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Do I have a shot?
Yeah, you can have a shot.
But is
He's
there...
got cover though. He's jumped behind cover.
Yeah, so if he's behind cover, then I don't have a shot. Do we have any cover at all?
You hear splashing of many booted feet.
Many booted feet? What direction?
Sort it down and through that squishy part over there.
Is it within 20 yards?
The guy?
The booted feet.
Oh,
Splish splash, they're taking a bath.
maybe. Like it's around a corner. Everything's just like split off here.
I would like to
jump out that way.
Is it this is echoing...
You want to roll a grenade down there? Is that what you're doing?
Well, that's my question.
You can roll a grenade down there if you like. You're not. I can't tell you if there's things that are going to land right in it and eat it. This is a gamble you're going to have to take.
I'll take the gamble.
Okay, so he's going to chuck a grenade. What are you going to do?
I am gonna go full fucking stealth mode.
Okay, Lofren starts to move up toward you guys with his blaster rifle.
I'm gonna pull a
And the
Drizzt
mechanic and
Duerden
fighter
and
a little
disappear.
back. Hey?
I'm gonna pull a Drizzt Duerden and disappear.
And then what do you want to do with that? Because you can do numerous things by reducing your dice. You get a regular walk move of like 15 or so feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go full stealth, and I'm gonna get adjacent and behind so that I'm not getting shot at by my own party.
Or grenaded.
But I can, or grenaded. But I'm gonna.
You do turn partially invisible, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put myself into stealth and then into it won't be flanking because I'm not coming from behind. But
you want to stalk that guy who went for cover?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you want to do?
I want to wait.
Okay, so you're going to need to use more move than you have for free. So reduce a die from your stealth, and then make your roll. Okay, and as you're doing that, Greg, you get a free shot off of that guy as he tries to make it. Okay, so just roll a blaster.
I had 2 cock dies, but the other 3 were 6s. And a 4 and a 1.
What's your total?
18, 19, 23.
Okay,
6.
And you say I've got a...
You can stash 18, your glow stick.
19,
I've got a...
Actually, you don't even need... You never needed a glow stick. You don't have to have one. So you notice the devil just kind of become a specter almost as he disappears, and it's hard to, you can't even... You've lost him. Okay? This is just as a reaction to the guy going, oh shit, and firing at you, and then as he's diving for cover, your reaction is to fire a blaster at him. Okay?
I think that Greg's friend disappearing right in front of him, this is sanity-inducing moment.
I think you're right. I think
it is for
roll
me.
Sanity.
Who?
Greg.
I have to roll sanity?
Yeah, why not?
I don't do that though. I don't suffer. I always succeed at SAN rolls triggered by inflicting or suffering violence.
Your friend just disappeared, turned into a ghost.
Oh, come on.
Any points you lose, just go to his total now.
Jesus. That's a 15.
That's awesome that he
That's
can
really good.
do that. You think he's controlling that.
Mm.
I'm
just like,
advantage.
dude, that's super bitchin'.
Bruh, that's way rad.
All right, and you fire quickly.
The fire was 12, 16, 18.
Okay, misses. It fires off kind of where his foot last was. All right. Sizzles of water and that sort of thing. You hear the booted feet kind of stop moving more, and they're moving more slowly. Okay, so down the hall, there's a hall where the stormtrooper ducked for cover, and there's a hall where the booted sloshing was coming from. Okay?
Yeah.
Which one are you going down, Duffel?
I'm not.
I think you were going for the other guy, right?
So like, we're coming here. There's a hallway here. Dudes are coming from this way, and then
It's
there's
like a
somebody
Y.
here.
It's like a Y.
Okay.
And you guys are coming from the base of the Y.
Yeah.
Here's where the stormtrooper went for cover. Here's where the other booted. So this is where the other stormtroopers are. Okay. So Greg is like right here, firing off toward where that guy was trying to get cover.
Okay.
And you were kind of right next to Greg, disappeared. And you, I think you were going for
go around behind the guy that said something. I'm gonna wait for these guys to come down the hallway, and I'm gonna be behind them.
Okay, so you're behind everybody. Lofren has his rifle trained on the booted, the one where the reinforcements are coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and there's a pew pew from the first stormtrooper you saw. Just rings off the wall, kind of close to you, but you're also can't see him either, so you're kind of safe here. You still hear the sloshing coming down that one hall. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
I want to toss a grenade up that hallway.
Okay, what else do you want to do? You want to just use your full dice on grenade?
Yeah.
Throw a couple of them.
Is that a thing I can do? Like roll 2 grenades, or I'm assuming if I toss
activate one
2.
grenade and throw it around.
Okay, well I'll activate the one and toss it up that hallway.
Yeah, basically twist, kind of, and then chuck it.
And then I'm gonna chuck it up that hall.
Okay, roll your grenade.
That is 23.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Nice, dude.
It's
Okay.
a grenade, man.
Keep using those dice.
Roll your grenade damage.
Same dice.
$15.
15?
Yep.
You hear, ah! Okay. And there's a boom that rocks the hallways and everything. Water has splashed back. There's a bit of smoke and that sort of thing. Okay.
Yep.
And you hear go 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 from down that hall. Okay. And 3 stormtroopers come bursting out at that Y, and right in front of you just start firing away. They're gonna miss.
Of course they're gonna.
You can use a die to dodge right now if you want. You can make a dodge at -1.
Just one
so
die.
Your dodge right now is 4D.
4D to dodge. Okay.
I can't wait to do
4D minus 1.
Just it's 4D because I subtracted.
Oh, I see.
one
Okay.
die.
12.
Okay. You basically lean right back against the wall. These guys come up and they're in the base of that Y now, and they're firing down the halls at you guys. Okay.
And I'm behind all 4 of them.
And you're off that other Y behind the other one, creeping up.
Okay.
As he starts to stand up. he starts to stand up with see his buddies there, and he fires down that way too, and he's right in front of you.
I'm gonna pick him up and throw him at his friends.
Okay, make a
throw.
Something. Make a brawl.
Yeah, go brawl, man. Brawl's good.
Like I'll do a brawl. That's
make a brawl.
240.
7D plus 2.
7D plus 2.
What do we got there? 5, 10, 15, 21, 25.
You got 25?
30. 31.
Holy shit! Okay. 31 makes the very difficult
5, 6, 4, 3, 1, and a +2
of 30. You beat it by 1. You guys are in the hall as you just ducked this fire, and you saw these guys come up, these bold stormtroopers just firing everywhere, right? They didn't see you. They came in and they're just firing, being typical stormtroopers, missing. When suddenly you see a stormtrooper come flying down the other hallway and crash into 2 of them and knock them back. All right? There's that typical stormtrooper yelp when bad things happen to them.
Wilhelm scream.
Okay. But whatever.
Yeah, Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, the Wilhelm scream.
I need to take, like, how many of them are there?
There's 4 total.
So 4 total, but 1 just hit 2 and they're on the ground.
So there's 1 standing.
Okay, so I want to take 2 shots, 1 at the guy standing, and then 1 at one of the guys on the ground.
Okay, so subtract 1 die from your blaster.
Okay, so I'm going
That was
for...
a fucking epic move.
That was a 31. I was like, I don't know if he'll at
Holy
least be able
shit.
to throw the guy,
Whoops.
but...
I've been rolling 5D for my blaster instead of 6. Whoops. All right.
Okay, hang on. I just chugged a ginger ale.
Nice.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'll wait
Greg,
till he gets
back. This is a
back.
perfect opportunity for us to talk about Libris Arcana.
Libris Arcana? Why, sure. LibrisArcana.com, where you can get a dice subscription for a very reasonable $1, where they will send you cool-ass dice for your gaming table every month, like clockwork, in fact. John, Libris Arcana, handpicks the dice that he's sending out and sends out sets like this really, really super sweet smoke set this month.
He also does
of which
really
there's a D4
awesome
somewhere
RP
on the floor
material.
under my desk. He also does subscriptions of first print or original print rather RPG gaming manuals for a number of different systems by signing up for a subscription again for a very reasonable $1. I think they're under like $10. You'll get
anywhere in North America,
Canada, or the U.S.
Cheap.
Under $10, and you can get yourself some original print, honest to goodness gaming guides from real publishers, not people who photocopied them.
Okay, what happened there?
Sent them out.
So for
That's,
less money than a set of Chessex,
yeah, exactly.
you get a subscription every
You
month.
get a subscription to dice that are frankly better than any of the Chessex I've bought, delivered to your door. And using coupon code RYSK, RYSK, 25% off of your first month subscription. Exactly, who doesn't love dice? All right, so I'm gonna take the 2 shots. So the first one is a 5 die. Like I said, I misread. I've been reading 5. Damn it. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Got 5.
Yeah, your blaster is 6.
Yeah. So the first shot is a 15. Does that hit anybody?
Yep. They're
Okay.
point blank.
Yeah,
so
like I assume he's like inside that 10 range. So
point blank
5D for
is like, yeah.
so 5D for
Not
damage
very
on that
hard
one.
to hit.
5D for damage on the first one.
Okay.
So damage on the first one is 18.
Okay.
Second shot, so one of the guys that's prone. That's a 22. for the shot.
Hold on. Slash add permitted term MILF.
It was already done.
There we go.
It's already done.
Thank you.
Fancy already did it.
Good.
Fancy what?
Fancy already added a permitted term MILF.
Thank you, Fancy.
Yeah. Okay, so damage on the second one. Damage on the second one is 10, 18.
Okay.
Okay.
So your first shot hits, and your next shot was on a different one?
Yeah, he was on one of the prone guys.
Okay, so the first shot hits, and he's
the guy standing up.
Staggers. Yeah. Okay. The next shot hits one of the guys easily on the ground. Okay. All right. So Lothrin sees that guy stagger back and fires. And he goes flying backwards and lands in the watery
grave
hallway there behind you guys. So he's eliminated unless he gets up. But he looks like he's got a big blaster hole right here. So okay. So the other guys are trying to pick themselves up like the bumbling stormtrooper idiots they are. And what are you guys going to do now?
Okay, I am going to full sprint at them. And there's two that are trying to get up.
Yeah.
And the one you threw.
Well, no, there's two trying to get up because you just point blank shot one of them in the head, right?
Well, I point blank shot him. I don't know if I shot him in the head.
Okay, well, the two that you didn't hit, I'm going to run at them too. And they're getting like full body
mauling.
Yeah, I'm gonna maul them to death.
Okay, so the amount of move you need to do reduces everything by 1 die.
I threw him that far?
You had to move. Yeah, you threw him like 20 feet. You had to move.
My boss. All right.
You had to move beyond like 15 feet to get to him. And then as he stood up to start going and helping, you picked him up and threw him.
Okay, cool.
So you need to move 1 die to get over there.
Yep.
So any of your claw attacks will be 1 die less. Are you going to do 1 claw attack or 2?
I'm going to do 2.
Okay, so then reduce everything by a further die.
Okay.
So everything you do this round is minus 2 dice.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So you make the run and you can do a claw attack right now and then save the next one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 15.
Okay.
Would you like damage?
Yep.
So 5d
damage.
5d plus
Your
2.
damage is never affected by these dice reductions, though.
Cool. 5d plus 2, dude.
6, 10, 19, 21.
Okay, so the first one you just kind of, as he stands up, you bat him against the wall, and you see your claws have left like some gouges in his armor. Okay, you can do the next one.
Okay, the next guy.
Yeah. So that one guy's been knocked out of the way. Then comes this guy.
Oh, it hits. There's 18. That one was cocked. Yeah, 22.
Okay, and the other guy you hit, you tear off a piece of his armor on his shoulder there. Okay, and he's just staggered back again. Like it's not a good thing for these guys. They run out. They start shooting.
Well, they're stormtroopers.
Run over. Okay.
I'm gonna say you fly like a bitch.
Thite blasts that guy and he goes down. Okay. And so you're left with the one of them picking himself up off the ground that got shot in the back. His armor saved him a bit. Plus the one you hit on the wall. So there's 2 left. You can see another one dead down the hall. Okay, probably from the grenade.
From the grenade.
Yes. All right. So the one getting up staggers, like he gets up onto his ass a bit, and then he pulls a grenade off his belt. Just lobs it down the hallway about 10, 15 feet. Okay? It threatens you, Greg, and the rest of your party except for Luke. So it goes off.
Like to finish killing that guy.
So is this a dodge?
Yeah, you can try to dodge, but it's very difficult.
I was gonna say I can try to dodge, but the
you can make a dodge if you like.
You're gonna need 24 plus.
Yeah, that's
it landed exactly where he wanted
17.
it. Okay. Now just a sec here. Boom. All right. Basically, Lawfren eats most of the grenade. Okay? Being a Wookiee, he's going to make it.
He's all fur.
You need to roll a strength. Okay?
Who? Which one?
This is gonna determine if you get stunned or not or damage you.
Okay.
So strength. Just roll your strength. Because strength is what you roll to oppose damage.
Okay.
It's easier to get hit, but if you have good strength and armor, so don't forget your armor. So you get a plus 2.
Plus 2 dice?
Because of your armor.
Oh, that works.
I really love this combat system, man.
10, 20.
Okay. You have no problem. You're shaken a lot, okay? You're knocked a couple feet from the blast. All right? And the guy on the ground starts trying to go for his blaster. He's looking for it in the Okay?
Okay, I'll finish murdering these two now.
The guy who you knocked against the wall is against the wall, and he picks up his blaster, and he's going to fire at you. So. Both of us now, because there's no real initiative in this game, both of us are doing actions against each other. My stormtrooper, who you knocked down first here, is going for you, Luke, but you're also you can go for him, I think, is what you're going to do. So whoever had the higher roll on the attack gets to go first. And if you take damage and you're stunned, then you lose your attack. Okay? But if you go first and you stun him or damage him like that, then he loses his attacks.
Okay.
All right. So he easily hits you because you guys are right in. Plus, he rolled awesome. So.
So I'm going for the guy against the wall.
Yeah.
And the guy on the floor is shooting.
The guy against the wall is shooting at you.
Okay.
So he got 18 to attack. So what did you get to attack?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21.
Okay, so your attack goes through first. So roll your damage. Ooh, that's not a very good roll, Stormtrooper. You're probably going to eat.
24.
You tear his head off.
Okay, can I take his head and spin around,
twist
and
it Bruce Lee style?
No. Can I throw it at the other one trying to get up?
Yeah, you chuck it at him.
Does it confuse him at all? Maybe make him so he can't kill my friends this turn? Either way, it looks badass, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah. He's put out of his misery by the mechanic and Sight. They both fire into him. The Wookiee walks up.
Please tell me the Wookiee pulls his arms
nods
off.
at you.
Tell me the Wookiee tears his arms off.
I look at the Wookiee, and then I look down at the guy on the ground and be like, should have been a pilot.
You'd have been a lot better. All right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that combat system.
We need to go up the hallway where all those dudes came from.
You hear one of their comm links, like, check in, KX2 or whatever.
TK426, why aren't you at your post?
Yeah, everything's great here. We're all doing fine. How are you?
Fine.
Everything's fine here now. How are you? No, big radiation leak. Very dangerous.
Oh, hell, the conversation was getting old anyway.
Pew, pew.
We're going to have company.
There was a marathon on this weekend on space. They did 4, 5, and 6.
We're gonna rip up we're gonna right up that.
We got to rip up that hallway.
There. Yeah. So I shouldn't say rip up. With these claws, we're gonna mob up the highway.
You continue on, and you're kind of hasty running this time now.
I like hasty running. Well, not personally, but in RP.
You enter a huge chamber with a dome ceiling. There seems to be that whole round kind of theme going on here. And you can just make out a star-shaped seam in the dome overhead, okay? This is one of those docking bubbles that you kind of saw. You must be on the edge of the ship here. Okay? This one is occupied, however. You see an Imperial assault shuttle. Okay? Like the one that Darth flies in. Okay?
So it's got a small crew. That's the positive
It's in the center of the chamber.
As
you guys enter the room, you hear a pair of blaster shots hiss past you.
Pew, pew.
Okay?
Okay. Before we go too far down this path, is our based on the intuition of a certain puppy dog, are we where we need to be, or have we gone astray? Like, is this right?
Close.
Okay, so we're getting to where we need to be. Do we see where these guys are set up, where the shots came from?
Well, here, let me just. This is what it looks like when you guys are walking through.
Yeah, that's pretty much what was in my brain.
And this is what you guys just had to deal with.
Liking that a lot. Bitches.
And this is the room you just entered. And there is somebody in a rocket pack that looks sort of not quite Mandalorian armor. You hear Fight go, damn it, it's missed again.
Missed?
Fucking bounty hunters.
Whoa, hey,
I think we have to call it, or else, because this is gonna go a while.
All right, I am 100% behind you.
Yep.
That is totally okay, and I think that's a perfect place to end tonight's episode.
Oh, dude, I love the
going into battle with a bounty hunter. I hope that gives me some kind of insight into his tactics.
It's cool to fire blasters and stuff, but you didn't even need them. You rip things apart.
Well, he's a giant.
Oh, dude.
I love that. Let's just see what happens if we throw a grenade back in.
My damage for my blaster is 5D.
Yeah.
My melee is 7D plus 2.
Yeah.
So why would I shoot at things?
Exactly. They're playing just like anybody who would have a devil play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run at them, lose a die for the extra feet, and still have the potential of 8 more.
And you're like, only Wookiees are stronger than you usually.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you disappear and can shred things. Oh, are those cool spell cards?
Yes, they are. These are a couple of the cool spell cards that were sent by Libris Arcana with my monthly dice subscription. You know, this is
some of it.
absolutely this is promo stuff for other game companies, which is awesome, and I'm really excited
deck
that
of many
Libris,
things. I think.
yeah, deck of many things. They provide John or Libris Arcana anyway through some samples of these in. So the back of them, they have all of the details for the cantrip type spells and stuff from the open game platform.
Those look really cool.
They're beautiful cards. They're printed on gorgeous sort of patterned linen cardstock. And then so I mean, if that's your style of play, deck of many animated spells, animatedspells.com. They're really cool cards. They're really cool. The camera just doesn't really do it justice, but let me I'll see if I can get the cool one of the cool ones out here and put it up on the main camera.
I just got their book subscription.
This is the Acid Splash card.
That's sweet.
Which animates. I mean, it's beautiful. These are just beautiful. A really neat take on an amusing childhood sort of toy. These like the fireball's just the coolest. I just love that. So anyway, again, Libris Arcana, for your dice subscription, you get introduced to some really cool things in the gaming world. And frankly, some really nice dice for the first month. And a little, I'm assuming this is a heads, tails, token with the Libris Arcana D20 on it.
Or even like...
however you want to use it.
Inspiration.
Yeah, you want a 50-50? You need a 50-50 two-sided? There you go. Flipper in the air. It's prettier than a coin, and there you go. So that is tonight's episode, gang. Thank you for hanging out and playing with us and adding your inspiration in the chat. By all means, feel free to continue that. Add more. If you think we're being dumbasses, tell us how to fix it, and we will do so to the best of our ability. Chris, thank you.
Come by Saturday.
Real exciting to have you back. It's been
we're glad.
Been a couple weeks since we had an episode, and I'm really excited that we got to do this tonight. So, looking forward to next week, episode 10. We get to do battle with a bounty hunter with a jetpack. I mean, how can that suck? Like, really, how can that suck? The potential
suck for you, for sure.
The potential is superb. I will have a conversation with Mist, perhaps offline. Just bounty hunter to bounty hunter. And maybe we can convince certain other characters like Scorin that I'm not just a big dick after all.
Or Greg.
Or we.
And what mysteries does the Codex hold?
Or we flip sides. One way or another, we're going to have a chat with G next week.
We've got the pyramid. And
I'm not talking about Gnip. Just saying. That is the show for tonight, guys. Thanks for joining us. By all means, hit up Libris Arcana, librisarcana.com or librisarcana.ca, and we will see y'all next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers, everybody.
Peace.
Peace. Hey, you know what, Luke?
What, buddy?
We don't have an outro for this show.
Yeah, but we can't use the other one, right?
I know.
I think that the best case scenario is that we just blabber like idiots after the credits have rolled,
and then remember I finally realized Fancy's actually a girl. After seeing her on you guys' show the other day.
Well, seeing her would definitely let you know that. Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't figure that out from chat.
You're mildly concussed. Fuck, you'd have to be.
I'm a bit of a dolt right now.
Mildly concussed and moderately attractive.
Aw.